Can you hear it? Welcome to Relay.
Hello and welcome. Oh, my webcam needs to be adjusted yet again. Thank you, Logitech.
Hello.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Relay Station for the 2 millionth week in a row.
2 millionth. That's a significant number of weeks.
It is, yeah,
How many years is 2 million weeks?
a lot. Divide it by roughly 50.
38,356 years.
That's a long time we've been doing this show.
Yeah.
Hello, Star Helix, and hello, Stevie Madman. Thank you for joining us.
So this is an interesting show because I'm on it, but I'm not hosting it because Streamlabs decided to screw up for me and not work. So Nehkara's hosting.
I am indeed. I just noticed that both of you are not particularly well centered in your frames, so I'm going to fix
That's
that
fine.
now.
So wait, since you're hosting and I'm just a guest, do I get to do an intro or are you doing it?
I never do an intro. That's the
What?
secret of my shows. See? People get a break from the ridiculous intros when they watch my shows.
So wait, do they get a break today? Because I wrote an intro. Do I get to do the intro?
I'm going to let you do the intro.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Relay Station. Things are hard. Roadmaps are hard. Pencils are hard. Nickel is hard. Gold isn't actually all that hard. It's one of the softer metals, but it's getting gold is hard, so it counts. Other things are hard too. Updates, video games, life, the universe. Actually, I'm kind of unclear as to the general hardness of the universe.
I think
as
it's
a
actually
whole.
fairly fluffy.
It's really, really big and hard to tell. It might be fluffy. Water is hard sometimes.
Yeah, when it's cold.
Times are hard sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Air is hard. Is air hard sometimes? I don't even know.
Well, basically everything that's in air can freeze, so yes, sometimes.
Okay.
Not on Earth, but
words.
yes.
Words are hard. This is hard. That's it. And if anyone out there is thinking anything else, you are sick. Sick, I tell you. Here we go. It's the Relay Station.
Ah,
I'm mushy.
you're mushy?
Mushy.
Fair enough. Ah, I really am quite annoyed that my webcam that worked perfectly fine for many years is now not working properly because of a Logitech software upgrade.
I'm sort of annoyed that
Upgrade.
Streamlabs OBS, which was working great, just stopped.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Okay, so so what
happened
how's
this
everyone
week?
doing? I don't know.
You don't. Am I shocked?
What, that I don't know what happened this week?
Yes, that's me harassing
Wait.
you.
What happened in like the world in general, or
No,
in
we're gonna
Star
stick
Citizen?
to Star Citizen for a while. We'll deal with that other thing later.
Oh, okay. So we're starting with Star Citizen. Okay, what happened this week? We saw the Prowler.
We did. I'm really
there was
sad
a-
Jake's not on this show, actually,
It
because
really is too bad.
he would have lost his mind. Oh.
Calling all devs answered. What's an animal? Calling all devs answered the blue whale in the room.
There are blue
I'm
whales
saying-
in the room? Wow.
Yes. Well, it's something. It's something that's hanging over us that's bigger than an elephant, which is a blue whale.
Fair enough.
where the hell are some updates on the Squadron, right?
Yeah.
So
So shall I read their statement that they put out?
sure.
So, yesterday, CIG put out a statement about the Squadron 42 roadmap. Again, we've been asking for this statement for about at least 6 to 9 months. So, yeah, okay, I'm glad it's here, but it really took the community being fairly upset for it to happen.
Can I just intercept there for 1 second?
Yeah.
Heremus, I have a question for you.
Okay.
And ostensibly for you as well, Eric. What is the one way for the community to show CIG that we are upset with them?
Apparently, it's to
Cancel
post on Reddit
subscription?
like obsessively about a topic until they answer us, because that seems to be what happened again this time. So there you go. There's my answer.
What was your answer, Heremus?
Canceling subscription. But I did this already over a year ago when they halved their output. So
Right.
we don't get any development updates anymore, I have a feeling. They don't say, oh, we have made progress on that part, and they don't say it more, and the show is just showing 3D objects now, and I hate that. Though some shows aren't that, and I love them
Yeah.
more
And
than anything. But yeah.
that's kind of what I was gonna try and get at, in that, like, the way that we're supposed to show displeasure with CIG is that we stop giving them so much money. And yet this year, apparently in our displeasure with their not putting shit out, we've decided to just
Give them more money
go
than they've ever
whole
seen.
hog. Exactly. What I'm trying to say is we're not very smart.
Well, I mean, it worked. Whatever we're doing, they eventually responded.
Yeah. Sorry.
From
Carry on with the statement.
2020? I have no clue what to say about that.
So, hi everyone. When we first embarked on this roadmap journey, this is from the CIG community team, by the way. When we first embarked on this roadmap journey 2 years ago, our goal was to make communication more transparent, specific, and insightful for all of you who helped make Star Citizen Squadron 42 possible. While this goal remains unchanged, we've found that the format in which we've attempted to visualize our progress linearly does not match the approach we're actually taking in development of Squadron 42.
Huh.
We want to be clear, progress on Squadron 42 is happening and we're broadly happy with that progress, but we know that our roadmap is not reflecting that progress. Over time, we've found that the roadmap as presented does not and cannot accurately represent development of a AAA chapter-based story-driven game like Squadron 42. Ooh, so we're going back to the proverbial drawing board to explore different approaches for Squadron 42. We're currently considering an option where we would utilize our internal sprint tracking process to visualize our progress. This would be a departure from the current roadmap, but would be more in line with our internal scheduling. This new representation for progress in Squadron 42 would also benefit how we show progress in the PU as well. Alongside, we'll continue to share development progress through a variety of avenues outlined in the Calling All Devs episode. With immediate effect, we will incorporate more Squadron 42 content into our regular sprint reports on ISC, Calling All Devs, AMAs, Ask Me Anythings, for example, and more. In addition to our scheduled content such as the Squadron 42 monthly report, we're also looking forward to providing regular video check-ins with Brian Chambers and a variety of members of the Squadron 42 team. As always, we also want to hear your suggestions and feedback. Please join in this discussion on Spectrum. Signed, the CIG community team. Thoughts?
I welcome their decision. It was overdue.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty clear. It's pretty clear that the way they were updating Squadron 42 roadmaps didn't work.
Oh, that was
We haven't-
blatantly clear. Hardly anything's changed on it in months.
Yeah. I hope
Think-
they don't take too long to give us a new format for whatever they're going to do.
Yeah, it should be by. I think it should be by like April. They should have something out the door. Like not before April, but I mean
So-
by the end of April.
Now, from one of the things that sort of got me from calling all devs, and it makes sense. One of their problems is like
Very specific.
the status of things that you see in the PU. That's the status of them in Squadrons. So the AI that you see in the PU is the AI that you see in the squad. The flight model is the same. Like, so much of the systems are the same. So when they're updating us on these things for the persistent universe, that's the status of them in Squadron as well. The updates that are coming to the flight model, those are happening in Squadron. The updates that are coming to AI, those are happening in Squadron. It's all going to be like, it's all intermingled, mixed, but you can still update us about the other stuff that's going into Squadron without spoiling anything. You can say, you know, reworking actor mocap and completing level design and
Completing cinematic number 4.
yeah, like just number this.
I would like that.
Yeah. Like, don't give us chapter names. Don't give us, actor names. Don't give us any detail. Just be like, hey, this month, the cinematics team finished up, 4 new in-game cinematics, and there are 17 left.
That
Here's what
is
we've got
development
done.
News.
Here's what we have done. Here's what we have left. Punto e basta.
Yeah,
So
that's all the development news we would like. Chapter 1, we have problems with the character system, or we have problems with some effects or whatever. I don't care. It's just give me development infos, and go in detail where you can, but if you can't, then just strictly keep it to progress with the system itself. So
I have to say, well, I disagree with Pelvic Chaos's comment. I do kind of love that username because it's bizarre and awesome. Also, I'm also
I have
fairly entertained by
I'm-
the fact that you're chatting as Station Bot.
as Station Bot, yeah. I mean, no, it's Station Bot. He's sentient. I gave it an AI update.
Yeah. Okay, sure.
Station Bot asks or poses a good question. Let's be honest, people. Really, aren't all games shit? They simply exist to distract ourselves from the real world outside, which in itself is also shit. But that's because when you really look at it, everything is shit.
Yeah,
actually, I think COVID-19 is a good ship name, though.
I dare them to do it. It'd be lovely. Next ship up from Star Citizen, Corona.
Not to get too much into COVID yet, but Cass has for the past several weeks. I don't think she's actually said COVID once. She calls it Corvid-19 every single time.
So it's a crow?
It's a crow. Yeah, I love it.
By the way,
It's
for those
Prowler.
uninitiated, corvids are the group of birds that includes magpies, crows, ravens, and rooks, and others.
Yep. They're among the smartest birds and actually among the smartest animals.
Yep.
Quite a bit smarter than most people.
Not quite, but fair enough.
I mean,
Oh man.
look, crows can recognize human faces, and that's something even I can't do.
You don't know who I am? Wow, that's impressive.
I guess every week.
You guess every week based on voice.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. So let's go take a look at show and tell from this week's ISC.
Yes.
Mining consumables. So, any thoughts on mining consumables?
It's mining on drugs.
I don't like this.
Why?
It's just more shit going on for a game, like a function in the game that doesn't really, I don't know, do much yet. Like, and you have to
Actually,
buy the. Sorry, go ahead.
They are at the end of developing mining, aren't they? In case of small mining vehicles, I think the prospector mining gameplay is close to complete.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I don't like the idea of like. I'm okay with new lasers themselves. I guess I need more detail on like how quickly these consumables run out. But the idea of like, oh, you have to now match your consumable to your mining, and then after mining 3 rocks, that consumable's gone. You have to go buy more consumable.
No,
frig
But
off.
you never have
I
to buy
don't-
them. They boost your performance.
Yeah. They boost your performance. They are drugs.
Yeah.
You
they're
can
literally
use them,
drugs.
and they are different good for different things.
It's very similar to
So-
the drugs in like Fallout.
Yeah, you can survive without them, but it's enhanced your performance in or
Ugh.
Performance
Just makes it
enhancing
weird.
consumables.
I will say 2 things. One, I did like the idea of the mole and being able to have like multiple operators all
Yep.
using the different consumables to get the most benefit you possibly could at the same. That's cool. That's some like efficient mining teamwork that I'm never ever going to get to. But it's
somebody
cool
will.
that some people will.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, like Tech Mojo says in chat, as long as there's no cash shop for them ever,
Yeah, exactly. And they're only like
ever.
prices. They're
If there is,
showing
Relay's
here.
shutting down and I'm done. Fuck it.
Okay, apparently that's the
is a cash
that's
shop?
the moment is when they start selling them for cash. 60. It looks like their price is only about 60 UEC, so it's pretty cheap for them. But that also makes me think they don't last very long.
just giving a small high.
Also, thank you very much for the videos this week, Heremus, as every week or almost every week. And
Last
Basically
week was
and thank you
interesting.
for being on with us. We're kind of ridiculous, so I appreciate it.
Oh, that fits good with me. I'm ridiculous too.
I have to.
Mud Trucka says you can buy UEE, which is technically true. Which
No,
technically
you cannot
can
buy the United Earth Empire. No, you can't buy the entire empire. It's not possible.
the currency.
You can EA.
Yeah, it's UEC, not UEE.
UEC,
Yeah.
right? You can buy UEC, but technically, if you can buy UEC, you can purchase.
anything.
You can buy the consumables with cash, which means technically Relay has to shut down because I just said as soon as you can. So, so long, everyone. It's
everybody.
been great. Bye.
Yeah.
So now that he's gone, I was gonna say, I wanted to give special shout out here to the VFX team because everything about mining looks awesome.
Yeah.
It always has, but it still does.
I'm still am amazed that they actually did a real good gameplay loop here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did it.
Make
It's
it
really
more
good.
complicated. Yeah. I wasn't expecting that. I was just thinking, like every other game,
Or every space mining game where you just like fly up to the rock and then press a button and walk away from your computer for like an hour.
Yeah.
Um. So, my question is, see, mining is a great gameplay loop, but it has been in, as they mentioned, for quite a while in some form. I would really like to start seeing some more gameplay loops come out because they're
And now
Yeah.
all those gameplay developers which work with mining
hopefully they'll
are freed for something else. Yes. Hopefully. Yeah.
I would like to see actually. The thing is, it was a little weird for me because they're basically like, "Hey, we're done mining." And I'm like, "But the Orion's not out yet." The Orion's like the king of mining ships. But we'll see.
Yeah. I love that 3 things rotating. Oh,
Yep. I think that ironically, I think that is the holdup. I think they have to have the same system working for the Orion that they need for the Hull C or the Hull series. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of time. Star Helix is
Hull
ready for
series.
his crucible. Apparently, I don't blame you. It's a
but
cool ship.
didn't they say they are finished with the Hull series?
The ship
Even
is
the E now.
the Hull C is finished, but they can't put it in the game because it breaks the physics system.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if David's coming back.
So much progress.
So next one is the Prowler. I really like this ship. I really like this part of this episode. It was cool. I really sad Jake's not here because he would again be losing his shit right now.
I'm not losing my shit, but I have to say I'm impressed. It's not my style, a red environment. I love friendly colors. Though, I totally get it. And what I'm really, really love about the ship is the structural design. Because it reminds me so much on structural integrity and what is it called? Topology optimization. If you ever saw something topology optimized, you may know what I'm talking about. It's now where we live in the 3D print times. There are a lot of structures which can't exist really. We can't do them, but yeah, we can 3D print them, and they give us much more structural integrity. So, and this ship reminds me a little bit of that, and I love it for it. So, yeah.
I really love how much the tree and branches aesthetic is like carried throughout the entire ship. It's really cool.
Yes.
Hi, David. You're welcome back. It looks like you've taken some mining consumables.
You guys still going?
Yep,
I thought I shut this whole website down.
you did.
Skull.
I'm amazed that you got drunk in like 3 minutes.
Skill. It's skill.
It's skill. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Also, the coolest thing in Star Citizen currently, even in development, is this cockpit. Yeah, it is.
Why?
Because
It
it's
looks
freaking
anime.
awesome. That it's all screens and they just like and light up. It's amazing. I approve. See,
I've
like
said
that.
before, I'll
Oh,
say it
it's
again.
so pretty.
I don't like the Prowler.
Love it.
Yeah, I don't like it.
You don't have to like it. It's not your ship.
It's true. It's not.
But yeah, between the
Not my ship style either, so I don't fly dropships. But damn.
between the really cool controls and the view screen and the air shields and the ramp and everything, it's pretty cool how the bunch of new and different things in here. Let me get our first look at Tavaran technology. Hopefully there are more Tavaran ships to come.
Yeah. Want there to be more use for, like, I don't know.
Don't like the
Drop
flag
ships.
screens though.
Does anyone else think there's going to be like a Tavaran uprising at some point in the PU?
I sort of hope so.
I think it's going to happen. They've hinted at it a little bit. So, what about these controls? You like the way that they designed them?
The center console, or
Yeah, and how it like moves. It's like one-handed control, and it like moves and goes in and out, and yeah, like that.
my only question with that is we've got two hands. Why not use them?
Because the other hand is
One
busy.
wank hand.
Thank you.
No, so my continual problem with the Prowler is I really feel like the struts take away room. They make it look visually busy, but also it looks like there's like, I don't know. I feel like it looks too busy.
Okay.
I don't like it. It just
Ever been in a bird's nest before?
Uh, yes, I climb into birds' nests all the time when I shrink myself with my shrink ray. It's like a freeze ray, but
but different.
yes.
Really glad they carried the air shields through from concept to implementation. Really neat design. I think this thing's going to be really interesting to watch. I want to see YouTube videos of this sucker being used in combat. It'll be fun.
It's again for me. It's okay. Where are we going to see this in combat? Aside from player organized stuff specifically put together to use a Tavaran ship to drop down, so that they can get cool video. Where is there going to be, like, what's the reason for using one?
Because it's
non-PvP.
Because it's a good. Oh, non-PvP. We don't know yet.
I know, but that's the stuff that I want to know about, right? Is this ship only good for PvP? Is it only good for landing in some player's base and completely wrecking his day?
Huge size 5 guns on the side. It's gonna be
It's
scary ship.
It looks like a slug with arms.
Well, it's an invasion ship, so
It does look a bit like a slug with arms. We don't honestly. You're just asking questions we have absolutely no answer to. Maybe the prospector will only be used in PvP in the PU eventually. You only use it to shoot people with the blinding laser. You're gonna
also
mine their
be shrimp.
brains. No idea.
I know. I'm designed to ask questions that we don't know yet because we need to have answers to those questions.
Gonna be a little while, I think, until we know for sure whether there's any PvE scenarios that the Asperia Prowler is good for. It would be cool to see it show up in Squadron.
But will it? There are UEE ships that have similar roles. So will the I mean,
We don't know. Keep in mind,
Yeah, I don't know.
the ship is not Tavaran, it's Asperia.
True.
It's a recreation of the original
Yeah.
Tavaran Prowler. I don't know. It could. I mean, and you could see like you may see like pirate groups or militias and stuff using it as a dropship.
or elite teams.
Yeah, or elite
Yeah.
teams. Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of breathing room for what ship to use in
Oh.
certain. Yeah,
Yeah.
not everything has to be one. I mean, the US has so much money, for example, for military, and they buy every kind of vehicle and use every kind of vehicle. Of course, we know just the standard vehicles most of from the TV, but yeah, I bet they have everything at their hands and
Well, and that's
use
sort
it.
of something that I liked earlier on in the Star Citizen campaign, where most of the vehicles were designed for multiple roles. You didn't see as many ships that were this is the only thing that it does. Where it does seem like now, at least to me, we've sort of gone towards this is it. This is what this ship does, and that's it. Right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Like there isn't a variant of the Prowler that has anything. Like the Vanguard has 3 variants,
mm-hmm.
right? You can have a torpedo. Like
Not every ship has to have variants.
No, but it was nice to have. I always thought it was nice. You know, what else can you do with a Tavaran? Not a Tavaran, a Prowler.
Well, you can dogfight with it. It's got huge guns.
Huge. Are they hard though?
Are they hard? Well, everything's hard according to you. So yes.
Not everything. Where is your mind?
So yes, the universe is fluffy. I understand.
Okay, cool.
On the other hand, I don't care. We have so much ships now.
Oh, so many.
I don't care about ship roles anymore.
We're at like got 150 almost now.
Yeah, and there's only one that matters, and it hasn't shown up yet.
It won't show up until
of course,
after,
it has
until
to be
like release.
infinitively good.
So what do we think? I want to ask the community and Heremus. What do we think the chances are that David's actually going to like the Endeavor when it's out?
0.25%.
Fair enough.
Look, I still like things.
Which ones? Oh, the original freelancer. Sorry, I forgot. Or sorry, the path not taken freelancer.
Yeah,
The Reclaimer.
I love the Reclaimer.
Yeah, okay, the Reclaimer. Yeah, but everyone loves the Reclaimer. The thing is, like, the scariest industrial ship to ever be created.
I still there's still a part of me that thinks that the Reclaimer shouldn't be an industrial ship. It should be something that just bristles with weaponry because it is the most imposing profile of any ship.
Someone should totally in the game. It would be really cool if there's like a Reclaimer that somebody's just like torn apart and turned into like a battleship.
Yes,
that would be incredible.
I have to say, when I saw the Reclaimer in the vertical slice, I was just in awe. It's perfect for its role. When I saw it there, with its likes directing at the thing which it's trying to.
It's. I think it might be the best looking Star Citizen ship still.
It's up there certainly, and I am astonished.
Alien vibe.
I'm astonished with how imposing it is, considering it's not a fighting ship.
Yeah,
it made for a great fodder for some certain tales.
Yeah.
I think we should do an award show, best ship of the year, and such things. Maybe.
So
we should.
Yeah, we should do that. We should.
I mean, I did an article on that, but.
All right.
What else have we got?
We need the glamour of an award show.
So we actually have one question. I'm a little bit nervous to ask it because then we'll have 0 questions after that, and that will make me unhappy. So please ask us some more questions. Questions are good. So Niskavian asks, I keep hearing that this is the year to attend Citizencon. They're really leaning into it, but not saying anything. Do you think they're planning on launching Squadron 42 this year at Citizencon? Question mark.
No.
And David, no.
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 We have a no from Heremus. No is apparently the answer. Which I agree with.
We
I think they're
also
too far
got
away.
we also got the information that there is a Squadron 42 episode at the end of the year. So
I didn't hear
would
that.
say
Where did that come from?
it's calling over deaths at the end.
Oh, okay.
I watched it whole, but only beside me. Ooh, there's actually one more video of calling off the deaths. It's just recently what it was added. Uh, so maybe this will give you some questions time.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
ask
when
questions,
it
everyone.
comes to this is the year to attend CitizenCon. Honestly, any
to ascend
year
to Citizencon.
to ascend, yes, any year is the year to attend CitizenCon. It is something that's very interesting to attend once,
Very specific.
or multiple times if you so choose. But honestly, this is probably a better year to attend CitizenCon because let's be completely honest. One, and Tecmo, I'm gonna get to that, but let's be completely honest here. Do you want Squadron to launch while you're at a convention
No,
far away from your home?
no.
No.
Yeah,
No, I don't want
having spent holiday time, which you
Yeah.
desperately need for playing Squadron 42.
Yeah, when Squadron comes out, no, I don't want to be at a convention across the continent. I want to be at home. You know? So yes, this is probably a better CitizenCon to attend than next year's. But no, there's basically no way that they're going to launch Squadron 42 this year. Squadron 42 is still
Unless, well, it depends.
I
Now we
think
don't. If they're saying that the roadmap just is completely wrong, then who the hell knows?
it
But I
doesn't
don't think
sound
so. I don't think so.
it doesn't even if the roadmap is completely wrong, it doesn't sound from the way they've been talking all year like it's close.
No.
You know?
Mm.
Like everything
Also-
go ahead.
Also, CitizenCon is too close to winter, so if all our hopes come true and the COVID-19 disaster will go down during summer, it will come up again in winter.
Yes, it will.
Yeah.
So I think this CitizenCon is a little bit too close to winter, and yeah.
Yeah, I genuinely don't know if I'm going to make it this year.
Question mark.
It's at this point, it's an incredible question mark. I hate to bring like the real world into this for a minute, but we don't know the effects of COVID. We don't know how badly the United States is going to get hit, or really any other country. Up here in Canada, we're doing actually pretty well so far, but
So far, we're just a week behind everybody else. That's all.
yeah, it's like I have seen a lot of, oh, it's no big deal, it's just the flu, everything's going to be fine. And it's not. It gives you symptoms like the flu, but no one is inoculated to it. So everyone will get it, which puts an incredibly strenuous burden on the
Older folks.
healthcare system. And
It's-
yeah,
Yeah, we all survive it. We all here in the chat, but our parents maybe not, our grandparents maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Exactly.
I work in a company now. We have risk groups at us. And those are banned from the company at moment because we don't want them to get infected because they might don't survive.
yep.
And
Well, and there's something else
that's
I'd
not
like
a funny
to
business.
There's
So,
something else I'd like to remind people too. It's yes, the symptoms are somewhat like the flu, but the whole pandemic hasn't actually been around for very long, so we really don't know what happens to you after. There are some reports coming out of Hong Kong of people losing up to 30% of their lung capacity after recovering from COVID.
Not
Um,
Corvid.
Can't help it. Got to introduce
don't
a little
touch your
levity.
face, David.
But there's another case in Japan where a young woman caught it and then got better and has re-caught it.
Yeah.
We
happened.
know nothing.
That's actually happened several times. They've seen people get better and then get sick again.
We know nothing about
so-
this virus. Like
Yeah.
take precautions seriously.
Well,
It's not a joke.
And what we do know about it is the people who do get really sick get really, 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 really sick. One thing to keep in mind, I shared this in the Relay Discord, but mild cases that you hear about in the media and from WHO and from CDC are anything that does not require you to be in the hospital. You could still have pneumonia.
Yep.
As long as you don't have to be in the hospital, it's considered mild.
The flu is not pleasant, period.
No.
And like
Yeah. And don't trust your governments too much. Always be skeptical. It's
Of course.
a little bit weird to say that, but we know now for a fact that certain governments aren't reporting real on it.
Oh, I'm certain
Like
of that.
for example, America. So
Yeah.
for the and this is something for those of you in the United States. Seriously, pay attention. It sounds like getting tested is free if you have the symptoms.
But check.
I think but double check because of the requirement to pay. Follow Stan, if you do go to a hospital, one of the problems with a hospital right now is one of the only things they can do for people that have serious infections is put them on ventilators, but there are only so many ventilators to go around.
I mean, if you're in respiratory failure, you have to go to the hospital. There's literally no other option. However,
Yeah, but what happens when the hospital's 20 ventilators are all being used?
still go to the hospital. You'll die if you stay at
But
home.
yeah, you will, but you might die at the hospital. Like there's a reason that scientists are trying and medical professionals are trying to get us to socially isolate and to flatten the curve. The idea is everyone's still going to get infected. Probably 50 to 70% of countries will be infected by this, period.
Yeah.
But if all of that happens in 1 month versus all of that happens spread out over 6 months, you have a much different hit on
The medical
hospitals.
systems.
Yeah.
in Germany, the estimated amount is 60 to 70%.
Yeah.
Of German
Keep in mind for all Americans who are watching like Italy has something around 3.8 hospital beds per 1,000 people in the country. The United States has 2. You have half the hospital beds per person that Italy has. And Italy, there are literally reports coming out of people being quarantined with the corpses of their loved ones.
Oh, lovely.
Yep. Because funeral homes are shut down and aren't taking
No, they can't.
dead people, and if someone dies at home, they're there. They're not at the hospital. They're stuck there with you. There are straight up multiple reports coming out of Italy on that. Like it's
okay, but again,
yeah. Sorry,
we gotta really try to not like panic everybody because again, this is not. That's you can tell horror stories about pretty much anything.
Yes.
And And one thing that is really not helpful and is happening is people panicking because it's really not
So
that.
So at the same, on the one hand, take it seriously.
Yes.
It's not a joke. On the other hand, you don't need 450 rolls of toilet paper.
Exactly.
That's
Okay?
that's the key point. Yeah, this kind
Like-
of seriousness which we have to wash hands. Don't touch
Wash
your
your
face too
hands. Don't go out to party. Don't go out to concerts or to events. Don't go out when you don't have to.
Mhm.
But go to the grocery store. Come back. Wash your hands.
Yep.
Just like exist. Just be a little more conscious of your existing. That's it.
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
And
Ugh.
it's gonna suck for a while, and hopefully, but if we do what we can now, then hopefully it will suck a hell of a lot less down the road.
And let's be clear. There are like two things that really need to happen. One, props on Disney actually, because Disney are releasing Frozen 2 3 months early on Disney Plus. Seriously, they're launching Frozen 2 3 months early on Disney Plus.
When is this
so
happening?
People, tomorrow.
So we can watch it on repeat. Is that so? We're all gonna be singing the Frozen songs next weekend.
Exactly. Well, and lots of companies are actually doing decent things. A bunch of tech companies in Canada have internet companies have waived bandwidth restrictions for people that are teleworking and stuff, unlimited bandwidth.
Good.
Which you question why they couldn't just do that. Period. Anyway, Discord
They can
has
just
upped its.
do that. Period.
Yes, they can.
They could. They could.
Hi, Cass.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. See, this is why I'm concerned about the corvids.
Thankfully, babies are totally fine from it, except they
Yeah.
can pass it to other people.
Yeah.
Oh, he could pass it to
Link.
you.
Wow. He's growing up fast.
He's growing up real fast.
Pretty soon.
I was doing this whole corvid rant to try and give you guys time to ask questions, and no one asked any, and I'm really disappointed in you all, to be honest.
And you said Corvid again.
I'm gonna continue saying corvid.
Oh my god. There are 3 questions.
Yeah.
Um,
What is that, Heremus?
Stockholm Brewing
It's-
Company.
Yeah,
like it.
It's I don't know its name. The last one was amazing. Wait, Sudra Empress IPA. Oh,
Good.
damn, that was good. Yeah.
Nice.
Uh,
I've got like 2 beers upstairs, and I'm trying to hang on to them for later.
I have only 2, so that's my last one here, and I don't know the name of that one here. Our take on this perennial classic balancing malt flavors with bitterness and fruity aromas from the American
Link-
hops. This beer is
Lincoln, what do you think
handcrafted to
about Star
satisfy
Citizen?
all tastes.
Hmm.
All tastes?
All tastes.
That's not promising. That's not promising.
Okay, so Mr. Squarepeg asks, any recent news on server meshing? Nothing I've seen. Have you guys seen anything?
Not yet. No.
No, nothing recently, to be honest.
Mud Trucka, what foods do you want to see in the game? All of them. I want them to go around to all of Earth's global cuisine and include every single food that's ever been created. And then
Don't-
okay, go ahead, Heremus.
I completely disagree because of procedural generation. What if you get a salad with broccoli?
Broccoli is actually
This
great
would
in
be-
salads.
Yeah, in salads. But what if you get broccoli and a salad?
Just broccoli
You know?
and a salad.
Yeah. So it's yeah. Also, this procedural stuff. What does it blend together? I'm really am afraid my digital cuisine is making me yeah. Ah, oof.
So I'm gonna
Like
go
like
outside. Go ahead.
for
Finish
for
up.
people, yeah. What I think some people will understand that. I don't, but I get. I think I have one example. What if you get a pizza with pineapples on it?
Delicious.
I have one
Invented in Canada.
I have one
Fantastic.
upstairs, and they
I
ordered it
like it
last night.
too, but
Yeah, I love it.
Pizza
So,
with pineapple is fantastic.
anyone who thinks otherwise is wrong.
Yes. So
Good.
I'm actually going to go outside the box here
Ooh.
to something that some people are probably going to be like, "No, David, you suck. That's a horrible idea. What's wrong with you?"
So most of your ideas.
that are the best ideas.
No, I'm always right. This is where I would actually like CIG to essentially get sponsorship from companies. I think that there should be Red Bull in the game and Coca-Cola and Domino's Pizza and like seriously.
I would love Coca-Cola ad,
I
even though I hate
there,
the company, but
not
damn,
an
that would
ad.
be fun.
Not an ad, just you can buy a can of Coke in the game. Why not? But it is immersive. These companies are not going away.
Not all of them.
Most Coca-Cola is not going
No.
to disappear.
It's gonna be here forever.
It's going to be here forever. Kraft is going to be here forever. These companies are not going away. So
you want me making KD on my spaceship? Understood.
yeah. I want instant KD. Like
Yeah.
you rip the tab and it makes you an instant Kraft Dinner. And who cares that the logo says Kraft Dinner? If CIG gets some money from it,
Oh yeah. That'd be funny.
done. I think that would be amazing. Personally.
I want a Tesla in Seoul.
I think there should be a Tesla ship, but I guess that's basically the Mustang.
Yeah, but I want the Tesla, which is somewhere still around
Yes,
at that time.
the friggin' yeah, with the spaceman in it. So on that, what I want actually, and this is a bit ridiculous, is for CIG to accurately represent its exact location in game that it would be in real life at that time.
Okay. So if you go to India in the game, you get Indian food? Is that the idea?
No, for the Tesla and Starman.
Oh, okay. I see.
I want its position in game to be accurate for the year in game.
That would be not that hard to do at all, actually.
I know. They should do it.
They could just run a simulation and tells them where it is. It's not a big deal.
Mud Trucka, until someone bumps it, no, it should actually be the most heavily defended object in the universe. 4 Idrai are around it at all times.
I have to note something because it was really funny. I'm not sure how many of you know, but we currently have a second moon.
Yep.
And it is about the size of a car. It's very small. They think it's actually been cruising around Earth for a couple of years, but they just found it because it's so little. And it's temporary. It's eventually going to fling itself off into space again. But
I like that Star Helix.
The Elon Musk, after that news came out, Elon Musk on Twitter said it's not mine.
That's good.
Yeah, it was pretty
It's not a
entertaining.
moon.
It's not a car. It's a moon.
Okay, what's our next question here?
Our next question
This
is
no moon.
do you have enough toilet paper? This is an interesting question, actually. I have a complex answer to this question.
I'm not gonna lie. Before this show, I was actually thinking, you know what the best way to get like 10,000 people watching today would be?
Give away
To
toilet
say,
paper.
no, raffle off an 18 pack of toilet paper and a bottle of Purell.
We'd have the most famous stream ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if I had any to give,
So I have to tell you this because it is a little funny. I thought I was running out of toilet paper in my house, and I was like, "Damn it, I'm not going to be able to find any. I only have like two rolls left." And as I was sitting here pondering that question, I looked over to my right and I noticed I still have a 24 pack sitting on the shelf over there, so I'm fine.
nice.
I
I do like that Canada's primary toilet paper producer literally put out a statement being like, guys, we've got enough. You don't have to worry. There is enough toilet paper. Don't worry.
So yesterday I had to burn a whole bunch of time. When I was out, I was waiting to pick up a pizza that I had ordered. So, me and my buddy, just for our own entertainment, wandered around. Was it 4 different stores to see what things were like, and every single one of them, the bathroom tissue aisle was destroyed, and there was nothing left. It was quite entertaining.
Is that happening over there, Heremus?
What again?
Is the toilet paper emergency happening in Sweden?
I don't think so. We actually live among the woods, and
Just
Just
use
go in the
the
woods, all
toilet
right?
paper, we just cut some trees down and throw it into a machine, and there will be enough toilet paper for us all.
See,
Oh,
that's what
that's
we do
hilarious.
too, but apparently people don't realize that.
Yeah, it's fun. In Japan, actually, there was the first time when this appeared, I think, and because they were all thinking toilet paper comes from China, until someone said, "Nah, we do our own toilet paper here, so don't worry."
Yeah. It's yeah. Don't worry about the toilet paper. Don't I think it was actually like the government of Canada put out a tweet basically saying, look, stock up. Don't stockpile.
It's a very
There's
good thing
no
because most
there's
people are
no
buying
re-
like as much as they can possibly buy of everything.
there's no reason to. Like grocery stores are still going to get refilled. Yeah. Anyway,
Actually, good lesson there. In Italy, currently all businesses are closed except for pharmacies and grocery stores.
Yep.
Your grocery store is going to remain open, folks.
Grocery stores are essentially an essential service.
Yes, they are.
essentially.
It's essentially an essential service.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
So not Link asks, where is Baby Link's slingshot and boomerang?
So technically, he's too young to hold a boomerang in Canada or a bow and arrow, as bow and arrows are actually considered firearms in Ontario here. So
Yes, they are.
I've
pretty
got to
much
wait.
everywhere.
I've got to wait until he's at least 18 before I can give him a bow and arrow.
What about? Well, the question was slingshot or
That's
boomerang.
your official answer.
That's my official answer. Yeah. I mean, he'll get those soon. Don't worry.
Okay, deal. We'll expect that shortly. Mud Trucka asks, is Calling All Devs going to be its own video or replace one like SCL this week moving forward? I don't know.
That's a good question, actually. I asked that myself.
I think it should be an additional one, but this week it replaced SCL, so.
Yeah. I think it may be a regular SCL, which comes in a constant. But I hope not, because I hope that I can resubscribe
Right.
when Calling Over Desk comes back. I actually made such a statement. And yeah, I hope that they just I think we could rant a little bit more about I want more development stuff. So, yeah, I want more development stuff. Give me level 2 or give me that and that, or why something doesn't make it into the game. Oh, I love that episode. This won't come into the game. Bam. I love that. That's development
Yeah.
right there. And nothing too shiny 3D. That's good. I'm not interested about 3D models which we can play with in the near future. I want
Mm-hmm.
chapter 3 20% done, problems with push and pull mechanics.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Push and
not.
pull
Yeah.
mechanics. I would see
That's a
what
funny
this
one
is all
actually.
about. Hmm?
Oh, the push and pull thing. It's been on and off the roadmap so many times. It's back on there
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, I would really want to see what is the bugger there. So
Yeah.
why
So
what was the first we had grabby hands and we had push and pull mechanics. We saw something with what was it? The ship with 2.0. We saw the first push and pull mechanics.
Yeah, that was like being able to. Was that like when they
SATA
went in
board.
the airlock or whatever, or when in the? They boarded that ship. Was that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That was a long time ago, but yeah, I think it was like 2.0.
Mm,
Super ancient. What
yeah.
the heck is that noise?
But they
it's
have a vision there.
chairs moving upstairs. Sorry.
Oh, I see.
So they clearly have a vision for push and pull mechanics. They want
So
somewhere to be, but
Mhm.
they can't be there at the moment because some technical
Yeah, some technical problem.
challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a weird suggestion for that, actually. I think they should actually break gameplay mechanics entirely out of any Squadron 42 updates.
Yes, that's not
The
a bad idea.
the gameplay mechanics are supposed to be identical for PU and Squadron. So break gameplay mechanics out entirely from Squadron updates. Squadron updates should be just how are the levels coming on?
Mm-hmm.
You know? We're in white boxing for this level. We've made progress. We've got, this many textures that still need to be this many objects still need to be retextured. This level is undergoing some tweaks to level design because one section didn't flow well, so we're redesigning the flow. Like, done. Get rid
Also,
of go.
Also, what I really liked in Calling on the Death, I only watched very closely the first third with Brian Chambers, but seeing that Brian Chambers became vice president of development, that he scrubbed through the content, didn't want to make any spoilers, was half year now, or since December, is he in command of Squadron 42? Working together with Aaron Roberts, which is now in lead of PU. Those are also things I want to know.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I just want to point out something kind of funny because, well, I feel like it. One Canadian research team has isolated the COVID-19 virus, and another one has started making significant progress on a vaccine, which is still about a year away, but they've actually made progress. These are different research institutions, and somebody commented, "Hockey has been canceled for like 6 hours, and Canada has solved coronavirus."
Yep.
Which again isn't solved, but it's a pretty funny comment.
I will say Canada's response to this has been pretty excellent. The government has actually shut down basically everything that our government has done is 100% on the recommendation of medical experts. None of it is political. Even our political parties, which tend to disagree very vehemently about everything, are like, no, we are going to listen to medical experts. Period. They tell us to do this. We're doing it as a whole. Like the entire government, all parties, all agreeing to do things because science is telling us to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's I'm you know what? I'm pretty proud to be a Canadian right now.
So
Sorry. Yeah.
we
let's
have a couple
continue.
more questions here.
Yeah.
Niskavian asks, I'm pretty excited. What's up?
No, I was just thinking that I give Sweden 6 from 10 points. 6.5.
6 on 10?
It's not.
7.
It's
All right.
it's better than 2 out of 10.
Yeah. It's better than the possibilities of David being happy with what is it called? With research.
Oh, the Endeavor. Yeah.
Endeavor.
Oh man. So next question is from Niskavian. I'm pretty excited for the Tavaran shield tech. Do you think the Tavaran shields will come with the Prowler, or will we get the placeholder style the Defender has? Now, are these the? I wonder if Niskavian, are you talking about the air shields, or like the feather things on the side, or the like armor over the cockpit? Are you in chat?
I do not know.
I think since they showed off the air shields, I'm pretty sure they're coming with the
Phalanx
ship.
style shields. I don't know.
That is a very good question that I am not sure of. I am looking quickly. I'm gonna.
While Nehkara looks at that,
I was just gonna say we'll move on to the next one. While I look
while
at this.
Nehkara looks that up, how did the whole toilet paper hoarding thing start? I'm pretty sure it
Actually know
actually.
that.
Okay, you go, because I think I know it, but you go.
I'm actually curious what you're gonna say. Go for it.
As I understand it, it basically started in Japan with the whole toilet paper is made in China, so we're not going to go get any. So Japan started a run on toilet paper, and then the story that there's a run on toilet paper went out around the world, and now people are like, holy shit, there's going to be a run on toilet paper. We have to run on toilet paper before there's a run on toilet paper, because there's going to be a run on toilet paper, so we have to get our toilet paper before the run on toilet paper.
So,
as I understand it,
it's probably honestly probably both.
Star Helix. Shiver started it, confirmed.
That's right. So there's kind of a dual, or I think both of these things are happening, but one of the things I heard was that part of what started it was that, again, common source being that there was concern that toilet paper producers in China were going to have trouble making any, but also what I heard was that a lot of people were wondering if all or most of the paper production would be redirected to masks instead of toilet paper, so they wouldn't be able to make enough toilet paper. And so, but the thing is, no one producing toilet paper ever said they were having a problem. So it's a really big question mark.
also this directed to masks, it's very sophisticated.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
because
I don't know if they both use the
which
same
is
stuff.
difficult for people
I don't think so.
to get along with.
Oh,
God, Link is not happy upstairs.
oh, I'm sorry.
Mud Trucka asks a good question here. Do you think that no spoilers is a good enough excuse for the Squadron 42 roadmap being poor? No.
No, but it wasn't the only excuse they were sending in.
It's not the only excuse, but it's definitely not an excuse. It's why didn't you guys do something about that earlier? Like, just get rid of the spoilers. It can't be that hard. Hey guys, I'm working on a book right now. I'm working on a novel. I'm writing it. I've actually cut about half the novel out. I've rewritten the first 3 chapters. I'm somewhere in the 4th or 5th chapter, but I have to add sort of a new character. I don't really know what I'm doing with that character yet, but I need to add them for the story, so I'm working a lot on planning that. So that's sort of where I'm stuck right now. But progress, like I've got an idea in my head of where that character is gonna go and where that character is gonna take the story. So pretty soon I'll be actually starting to write that character and write what they are and who they are and how they push things forward, and then I will continue. Did I give you guys any spoilers about the status of my novel?
No.
Holy shit!
Question. Why did you have to cut out half your book?
Too long.
Okay.
It was actually sort of 2 books, and I was like, no, 2 books is too much. Let's cut it down, cut half of it out, and just do 1 book.
Okay. Okay, so the phalanx shield for the Prowler was basically going to be an actively managed shield, so that you can basically it's a point defense shield, so you can have one face of your shield that's super strong at any given moment, and you have to actively manage where it is. So basically you're basically putting like a giant hand up in front of the incoming fire and being like, no, but you have to do it all the time. Will that come when the ship is released? I'm thinking no. I just don't think they're
I
there
would
yet.
agree with no.
I don't think they're there yet. Thank you for giving me a few minutes to look that up, because it was completely escaping my memory. Now I remember hearing about it originally, but...
No worries.
so
We're out of questions, though, so...
Uh-oh.
What Brian
Oh, no.
Chambers in Calling All Death said was also that they have made it so look like a linear process, but they're working in parallel on everything
Mm-hmm.
and finishing only small bits, bit by bit, which aren't the whole chapter,
Mhm.
just parts of it. So that was one example they gave, but yeah, the real problem, or the problem I think we all have, is why didn't they communicate this earlier?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the standard problem. So 3 months after the fact, we got, oh, this chapter is not coming along to the roadmap. I think Squadron 42 will come out in 2023 or something. That was 3 months roundabout. Then was the right time to say, hey, doesn't work that linear.
We're at what, 7.5 years now?
Yeah, roughly.
Roughly 7.5 years of Star Citizen development, and if you go back and trace all of the problems that Star Citizen development has ever had when it comes to the community, I'm pretty sure that aside from Red 1, every single problem has been they just didn't tell us stuff when they should have.
Yep.
Every single problem. Everyone is, well, okay, if you had told us that 6 months ago, we would have been like, oh, okay, thanks for telling us.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't tell us.
Yeah, because there are always some people who scream, but I don't know how you see it, guys, but those people who scream, they shout all the time, and I don't hear them really much. So I have to say that the Star Citizen community has grown up, and the more complex CIG gives us information, the more the community is activated.
Oh, totally.
I think now that all the stuff which they present is so liked, so not really dense in information,
Mhm.
we don't have much to do. We don't talk as much with each other anymore. The more complex information they give out, the more the community has to work to make it presentable to each other
Mhm.
and talk. So I think also less talking to the community and don't communicating everything is a downer for CIG in the long run, also in marketing
Yeah.
perspective. Because to keep us engaged, we need complex stuff. We need Nehkara to explain to us stuff. So, and we have to ask him all the complex things. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Relay used to do a hell of a lot more because we had a hell of a lot more to talk about.
I mean, there are other reasons, but yes, that is definitely
There
true.
are other reasons, but there also hasn't been that like
There's not as much
there's
anymore.
there are no like gameplay deep dives for us to go through and analyze and like
David's yet another one of David's piss offs right there.
it is.
Yeah, no, I know, and I don't blame you at all. It's just they should never have started doing it if they weren't intending on continuing.
Yeah.
It's
All right. Let's go.
they always say someone will scream loud and this will ruin all the production, but that's actually wrong. Us complaining is some kind of a response, and that we care about stuff. So
Yeah.
and if someone screams, there's always someone who says, "Don't scream so loud." I want to hear what they say. So it's a regulating process. This community is made for each other. We have all the goal to see the game, and
The problem
we
with that
are
is
capable.
there's only one group of people that CIG should be listening to out of the entire community, and that's us, Relay, because we know everything.
Mm.
That's it. Just come to us, ask us what to fix, and we'll do it.
If
That's what
only
we're
that
here
was
for.
True.
Okay. Mud Trucka asks, who is going to pad ram to get into test prisons?
Everyone.
Fun story. So I've actually got a fun story. So, one earlier today when we were planning, like when I was about to start doing this, I was like, oh shit. Shiver can't do it this week, and Jake can't do it this week, and Heremus, can you? And thank you, Heremus, for showing up. But before Heremus was showing up, and when I was still gonna host this, my Streamlabs OBS died, so Eric's been hosting. I was actually planning on playing the game today, like booting it up with everyone and going into verse with everyone and like and seeing what's going on. But
Then your Streamlabs died.
then my Streamlabs died and I couldn't. But I was going to.
That's next weekend, or the next time you're on.
Yeah.
Assuming that you can fix your Streamlabs.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It literally it just doesn't accept that Discord exists. I'm like,
that's helpful.
I can stream, like I can window capture Chrome, I can window capture other things, cannot window capture Discord.
Oh, great. That is just great. So
Just use Linux.
no.
Linux is the most vulnerable operating system now.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Is it because of all the people are grabbing it like toilet paper, or
All right, where are we? Noskavian asks, "Hey Relay, which aliens are your favorites? Banu, Vandul, Xi'an, Tavarin, Hadesian, Kurthuk, or something?"
My favorite aliens. See, this is a hard question because it's like in terms of culture, or in terms of like their role, or in terms of how they look. But I'm gonna say Banu. Heremus.
Heremus?
What's your favorite alien?
Xi'an. I love the turtle culture. but close to a tavern.
Okay. David?
So
That's not one of the choices.
I have a problem where I don't actually like any of the alien races so far. I find them to all be bland ripoffs of other alien. Like I'm not interested in any of the alien races. And I'm going to pull out two alien races that I think did a much better job of alien races. The Hanar and the Elcor from Mass Effect. Now, those were interesting alien races. I'm not yet interested in any of the ones from Star Citizen.
So you just think you'd prefer non-humanoid?
It's not just non-humanoid. Like they not only seem to be humanoid, but they also seem to like think and evolve and act in lots of the way that different types of humans act. Like there's a lot of these alien races that is taken from human cultures, and I really want to get I in my alien races, I want to get away from that entirely. Like I don't want any reference to human cultures. I want it to be something completely separate. I want there to be an alien race that has no emotion and can only explain things in like just something unique.
Mm-hmm.
But
Something
actually,
something
I
alien.
I got the feeling always from Mass Effect that they are just limited humans, all the alien races. Sorry. Or that they just took some feelings and make them full on stereotype.
Hmm.
I love the alien races in Mass Effects, and I love how far and deeply they are thought out. But at some point, I think the creation process for those were a little bit, yeah, like what is alien race which can reprocreate with everyone and has a little bit
Ugh,
or more love-based civilization, or
sorry.
yeah, this so
This is welcome everybody to the David Hates Everything podcast.
No, I like the Tally. The what was her race? The
Oh,
Quarians?
the
Was it the
Quarians.
Quarians?
The Quarians.
Yeah, I liked the Quarians. You know what? Okay. I mean, it again. It cribs from Earth culture, migrant races, but at least they were slightly interesting. I found the Asari to not be great, but I just want. I just want. I know, and Bryce Arena, you're right. They definitely did have human characteristics, but I feel like they got a little further away from it than Star Citizen has so far. Like none of the Star Citizen races are even a step removed from humanity. Like
I have to
they're
say,
just
Go ahead.
sorry. I was thinking about the Doctor in Mass Effect 2, I was believe. The one who definitely dies.
the Solarian.
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
I'm not found with the
Yes.
races.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a damn good character.
And he was a good
That
character.
was a really, really good design character
Yeah.
in complexity, and I love. That's one of my favorites, I would
Yeah.
say.
He was a great character, but again, not a different alien. Anyway, let's.
One of the things I wanted to mention is that
'Kay.
one of the things that is very evident when you look at the at least to me, when you look at the alien races in Star Citizen, is it's very Chris Roberts.
Yeah.
This is this is his game and it's his universe and everything. And you look back at like the previous aliens he's made in other games, they're
Cats.
very, very, very similar ideas. Yeah, basically,
There's cats. There's space cats.
Basically, taking animals and making them into whole alien races. Yeah, like Tavarna birds and so on and so forth. We have the turtles
Cats.
and the birds and the fish and the very Chris Roberts. We
Okay, but make
Have-
jellyfish aliens.
totally
Make aardvark aliens.
totally.
Platypus.
Or-
Platypi are some of the weirder animals on the planet. Make platypod aliens. Like, pick some interesting. There are interesting animals on this planet of ours. Pick
Like
some of them.
Giant. Well, actually, an animal that's already very intelligent. You could have an octopus alien.
Yeah.
Mudtrucka asks, "Do you think we will see Sadaball next year?" No.
I don't think
I
we'll
want
see.
to see Satabo.
I want to see it too. I don't think we're going to see Sadaball next. Well, you know what? No, I'm going to change this. I think we might actually see Sadaball next year, and I'm going to tell you why in 1 minute.
Okay.
I think Theaters of War is going to come out. Theaters of War is going to do way better than CIG expected it to. They're going to see that people want these discrete elements of gameplay, and they're going to say, hey, what's one that we have all the rules for, we have all the planning for, we just have to implement it? That's Sadaball. They're going to implement Sadaball so that people can play it, because people just want to play the goddamn game.
Okay. Good to know.
Yep.
And honestly, folks, since we're out of questions and we have one more question left. Heremus asks.
It's from me.
Heremus asks if
the Xion is Mr. Miyagi from Karate Kid, what other characters are the other races of Star Citizen?
I don't know
I'm
Karate
thinking
Kid.
about this at
Oh.
least for 15 minutes now.
I don't know Karate Kid well enough.
Yeah.
Mr. Miyagi is the old Japanese person or Chinese person or something.
I don't think I've seen Karate Kid in like 30 years.
It's
Yeah.
less than that for me, but I think 5 years, 6 years.
That's a lot less.
Okay, I'm gonna take a pass on that question.
I want to quickly hit Noskavians and then some
Yeah.
news and then shut down. So Noskavian says, wasn't Tides of War?
Theaters of War.
Theaters of War. Tides of War. Wasn't Theaters of War supposed to come out early 2020? Do you think it'll be playable before 2022? Yeah, it's going to be playable the next
Yeah.
couple months, probably the next patch.
Yeah, they're
Not
keep in mind it's
3.9.
not. Keep in mind it's not on the roadmap either, so they might just release it at X time.
Yeah,
Um,
it's going to be out this year. Don't worry.
I
okay.
would expect it soon.
Thank you all for listening. One important announcement. Due to time zone changes and our love of Shiver and him not being able to be on unless we do this, we are going to be shifting the podcast 30 minutes later.
Yep.
30 minutes. So it's going to start 30 minutes later and it's going to end 30 minutes later. He's in Japan now. It would start for him at like 4 a.m. and that's not something that we can ask any reasonable human to do. Let's be honest. So we're shifting it a half hour. So it starts for him, I think at 5. My numbers are wrong here, but
Yeah.
anyway,
it's currently when we go live, it's
3:30 a.m.
no,
or 4:30 a.m.
4:30. We're moving it to 5. That's all.
Yeah. So next week, half hour later to start, half hour later to end. Yeah.
And thank you all for joining us. Really.
Yeah,
We
Heremus,
love having
thank
you
you
guys
for coming on with such little notice,
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Heremus.
and thank you for doing the videos every week.
Yes.
Thank you very much as well for a continuous podcast.
We
Hey,
will
we're trying.
continue. Thank you all for coming out. We'll see ya in the verse.
Now it's the awkward part where we're like, hey, we should probably be out.